guys, welcome back to Rail Chief 74 today, and welcome back to another catalog review in today's episode. And not just any catalog. In today's video, we are going to be discussing about the top 5 picks from the Lionel 2024 Volume 2 catalog today. Now, this was really a hard video for me to make, and in order for me to make this video happen, I really needed to listen to a lot of feedback, and not only just anybody who has read the catalog before, but a lot of the guys that I'm friends with. I wanted to hear what their thoughts were on this year's catalog. And yeah, there's still a complaint that Lionel is still astronomically expensive as far as today's standards go. But when you kind of think about it, you know, Lionel has always been very expensive. But that's a detail that I don't want to get into for today's episode. I just want to stick with the positive and listen to what you guys had to say on what your thoughts are going to be the most popular demands and locomotives of this year. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and roll the clip, and I'm going to throw the images on the screen just like I did with the last time with Volume 1. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started, and I hope you guys will enjoy the show today. Starting the list off at number 5, we have the brand new Legacy Mados. And sure, we might get a Mikado every other year by Lionel, but unlike the Lion Sheet Plus versions, these versions of the Mikado are more true to scale. And there might be some small complaints on some of them might not being that prototypical. I know the Great Northern is kind of being talked about a lot lately as being one of them, but looking past that, we're going to get some very cool looking paint schemes. The locomotive and the tender is going to measure at least 23 inches in length, and we're also going to get Legacy, Bluetooth, whistle steam, and so many other cool features with these engines, and the minimum curves to run them are at 0.54. Number 4. The 482 mountain-type steam locomotives. Now, these are engines that I don't necessarily recall seeing in Lionel's product line before, but overlooking that, we have some very attractive-looking paint schemes, and just like with the Mikados, you're going to need a very tight curve space to run them, such as 0.54 curves, and just by looking at all the paint schemes that we have, we got some really cool ones, including Texas and Pacific, Santa Fe, Alaska, and the New Haven. The two that I think that are going to be the most popular of this year are, of course, the New Haven and the Southern. And considering that we have a lot of the Southern Eastern collectors out there, the Southern, I think, is going to be the most talked about of this year. Number 3, the Y6Bs. Whether you're a fan of the Norfolk and Western Railway or not, you can't deny that the Y6B articulated locomotives are very handsome pieces of machinery and would look good on any model railroad of any choice. Now, not only is Lionel offering the Y6B in Norfolk and Western markings, but they have 4 other different road names as well, including Pennsylvania, Union Pacific, Santa Fe, and Great Northern. Now, the Great Northern one is very interesting to me, and it's really starting to gain a lot of buzz. So let's just hope that Lionel does right with the shade of green that they chose for the locomotive. And let's just hope that they get the color right this time around. Number 2, the GG1. Bet you guys thought I was going to save this for number 1 on the list, but I have that slot apparently saved for another set of engines, which I'll get back to in just a moment. So just like with the Scale 700E of 1937, the GG1 has been so synonymous with both train collectors and operators since its first appearance in 1947, and Lionel is offering 14 different variations of the GG1 for Volume 2. My 2 favorites have to be the 4866 in the silver, red, and black paint scheme, and they also offered another set, or they are offering another set in the iconic post-war scheme, which is paying tribute and a callback to the original set of the time. Now, you can either buy the GG1 by itself, or you can also buy it with the passenger cars that you have to pay for separately. So before we get to number 1 on the list, let's go ahead and take a look at some honorable mentions. Rounding off at number 1, we have the brand new introduction to the Lionmaster York Central J3A Hudsons. Now, this was the topic of debate by many YouTubers online, and how all of this is going to work together remains to be seen because Lionmaster and Lionel Plus 2.0 are two different categories. But as you can see, Lionel is offering 4 beautiful paint schemes for the New York Central J3A this year, including the common black New York Central paint scheme, the second painted for the 20th Century Limited, a third paint scheme which is decorated for the New York Central Pacemaker, and then the final one on this list is decorated for when Lionel first opened its doors in 1900. Now, the best thing about the Lion Master series is that any locomotive of this kind can accommodate 031 curves, and you can run it with either scale or semi-scale pieces of rolling stock. All of these engines are very beautifully painted, and picking a favorite is going to be very difficult, but I would say my 2 favorites probably would have to be the New York Central Pacemaker and the 20th Century Limited. Alright, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and wrap up the video for today. Now, like I said, this episode wasn't exactly the easiest to make. In order for me to make this video happen, I wanted to make sure that I got some feedback from you guys and listen to what your thoughts are. And like I said, this isn't necessarily what I think is going to be the most anticipated engines on this list that I made. This is just basically my opinion. You don't have to agree with everything that I say. I'm more interested to hear what you guys have to mention in the comments section below. But as always, I really hope that you all have enjoyed watching this video as much as I have making it for you all out there. So as always, my name is Mike. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to hit the notification bell down below for any other projects that I upload. But until next time, thank you all for tuning in, and I hope to see you all in my next video.